Hello, my loves. I wanted to do Scary Story Sunday tonight. I've missed the last couple of weeks because I've been busy being, me, creative and sick, doing both at the same time, which is really fucking hard sometimes, but I make it happen. Anyways, I'm going to read from my lovely book, Freaky Folklore. It's a newer book. I've only read like 1 or 2 stories in it, and I really like it. They're shorter stories, and they're kind of put out a little bit different. And I like different stuff. You know me. I like different shit. So, tonight's story is about a banshee. Now, I don't know if you've heard the saying, screaming like a banshee. Well, this story, this is where it comes from. So, alright, let's get into it. Okay, Banshee, Ireland's Scream Queen. Ooh. Freaky facts, Ireland is location, first sighting, old Gaelic legends, the date is unknown. The date is unknown, but we know that banshees are older than crap. I shouldn't say crap. They're old. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Classification is spirit, harbinger of death. So they are death messengers, so to speak. You know, like Fredward over there. No, he's just dead. The personality of a banshee is foreboding, mournful, eerie, obviously eerie, and very, very protective. That is like their one saving grace. Okay, maybe they have a couple things. The fact that they're sometimes very, very beautiful with long red hair. Yeah. No. Anyways, if you were to catch sight of her, you would find yourself fervently praying for the safety of your family, as it would be highly likely that one of them would soon join her in the afterlife. She's one of those. She is known as the Banshee, a fairy woman and a spirit connected to the realm of the dead. So she's like a dead fairy chick. Siren. she's some things, okay? And her name is intertwined with the numerous tumuli or earth mounds scattered across the Irish countryside. These tumuli, which I pronounced that wrong earlier, sorry, were traditionally constructed over one or more graves and were believed to house the spirits of the departed. Little washerwoman emerged from accounts of the banshee being spotted, cleansing the bloodstains from the garments of individuals who were destined to die. Even if you didn't actually see her, the banshee could announce her presence through cries, weeping, or mournful keening. Legend has it that her wails possess the power to shatter glass. Like a siren, like opera mixed with a siren. Her appearance is often described as that of a hideous old hag, on the contrary. With blood-red eyes, her long gray hair is matted, and her teeth are green. She has long bony fingers and yellow fingernails. However, in some versions, she is depicted as more enchanting, appearing as a beautiful young woman with long red hair and ivory skin. In the earliest accounts of Irish history, banshees were not perceived as terrifying entities like they are today. Instead, they served as harbingers, forewarning families of the impending death of a loved one so that preparations could be made. They're just messengers, basically. Furthermore, the impending demise need not have been a particularly gruesome one. It could simply be the passing of someone who had lived a long life and succumbed to natural causes. The banshee would act as their escort, ensuring their safe passage to the other side. I'll see you on the other side. Oh yes, I'll see you. Okay, sorry, that was in my head. I miss Ozzy. Hey, darling. Oh, crooked glasses here. However, as years passed and stories were passed down from generation to generation, the lore surrounding banshees gradually transformed. Today, banshees are believed to be malevolent spirits emitting high-pitched screams. Kind of like that. Really creepy. Just, just think of your creepiest scream in your head, and that's probably a banshee. Anywho, these screams are said to be so potent that anyone within earshot may experience burst eardrums and become marked for death. You ain't getting me. Good thing I'm half deaf in one ear. Anyways, Some hold the belief that only the intended victim can hear the Banshee's screams, and they will be driven to madness until they ultimately take their own life, which is horribly, horribly sad. The agonizing screams that torment them lead to self-inflicted head injuries. There is also a belief that once the victim has perished, the Banshees will feast on the frontal lobe of their brain, utilizing her long tongue specifically designed for this gruesome purpose. She sounds quite the catch, doesn't she? Yeah. But to hear the wailing of the Banshee is an instant, inescapable curse. The only thing you can do is pray and hope that your prayer is answered in time. Alright, here's a short little story. It has a Banshee in it, so let's hit it. Aslan lived a peaceful life in a small Irish village near Dublin. I have a friend who lives in Dublin, Mikey. Anyway, during the day she worked at a local dairy farm, and in the evening she earned extra cash at a small pub in town. Late one evening, she was content with her life and never suspected that anything could go wrong, but late one evening, in the depths of the mist-shrouded Irish countryside, Aslan found herself venturing into the heart of darkness. She had never believed in the tale of ghosts and demons, and she had heard since her childhood, but... wow, I really fucked that up. She had never believed in the tales of ghosts and demons that she had heard in her childhood. Comma. But tonight that would change. As she left the dairy and headed to the village, the sun's last rays were fading from the sky. The air grew heavy with foreboding and dense with fog as an eerie silence blanketed the landscape, and suddenly a piercing shriek sliced through the stillness, rattling Aslan's bones. What do you suppose that is? Fuck. Covering her ears, Aslan craned her neck to find the source of the chilling sound. Through the mist, a figure began to emerge, clad in flowing white garments, its face obscured by a veil of darkness. As it approached, Aslan stammered, "What do you want from me?" Her voice was laced with fear. The Banshee's wail intensified, its high-pitched screams reverberating through the air. It locked eyes with Aslan, and she felt a cold grip tighten around her heart. "Your time has come." Okay, the Banshee hissed, "You have been marked for death." Aslan's mind spun with disbelief, but as the Banshee's screams persisted, her eardrums felt as if they would burst, and blood began to trickle from them, staining her cheeks crimson red. She fell to her knees, her ears ringing. She thought she would surely die right then and there, but sudden silence filled the night, and the Banshee was gone. I think she was spared. The nights following became pure torment as the memory of the Banshee's screams filled Aslan's mind, pushing her to the brink of madness. Sleep eluded her, and her days were filled with unbearable agony. Driven to desperation, Aslan's hands instinctively rose to her head, nails digging into her scalp. She had to find a way to make it stop, but only one solution came to mind, over and over, and it was eternal silence. So that ended very sadly. I'm sorry. Here's a picture of the lovely Banshee in question. She kinda looks like me, not gonna lie. No relation, of course. I don't think so. I am part Irish. Yeah, so that's our Banshee, and she's actually very lovely. Maybe she just needs a friend or something. I don't know. She's quite crabby. Anyways, that's the story about the Banshee. I apologize, it's not my best story. I just wanted to get something out for tonight since it had been a couple of weeks since I've done a scary story. Yeah. I'm going to be looking through my library here at my house. I do have a library in my home. And I'm going to try to pick some more creepier stories. I'm not sure what we're going to get into. I really love folklore and urban legends, and I really love it doesn't always have to be true crime, but I just love like true stories, like true hauntings, true crime, things that are true and or never been solved, things like that, because it's like, holy shit, okay, I've got goosebumps from head to toe. That was fucking scary. Love stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to try to find to read to you guys, because I want to scare the pants off of you, and I didn't mean that literally. So keep your pants on. I wanted to show you just a little bit of my spooky creative room. I don't have the studio part set up yet, but we can look at some things. You're seeing it sort of, hello, there's my sexy legs. You're seeing it kind of in a weird view right now. So, like, alright, I don't know. Let's see here. There's my inspiration board. It's got my family, some of my creepier things that I collect, some art, some things like that. A lot of witchy, spooky stuff. Yeah. Some of the bigger things I did, my first music show that I ever did. I was the cover of a magazine, so pretty proud of that one. One of my, how do I, okay, I can't even, the one on the end over there is one of my most popular songs. Very popular, actually. Here's some more spooky stuff. This is my witch, God, I lose sense of direction. This is my witch kitchen. It's got all my little herbs and spices and spells and books and things that I need. It's still kind of dirty in here. I don't have everything put away. There's Jason Voorhees, of course. Got some of my photography stuff just hanging around. I have a lot of crap in here. And over in the corner, oh yeah, let's go. Okay, well, here's some of my art. And here is Fredward, my homie. Yeah, he's just chilling in the corner. Madonna. There, Madonna. Okay, so, yeah. I don't have curtains yet. Spooky stuff, more spooky stuff. Anywho, this is my spooky room. This is where I create, and I really love it. I feel quite comfortable in here, even if I'm having a really, you know, my nervous system's just fucking shot. I come in here to create and read spooky stories with you guys, and plan things and just meditate. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the story. I promise the next one will be a little bit better. Hopefully I'll be feeling better by then. Yeah. I'll see you again. Same bat time, same bat channel. Okay. Okay, love you. Bye.